Alright, now that I bought and did the little review like 2 years ago on this Painless 6-switch panel, I'm going to show you a little bit of the wiring on it. I'm not going to go into huge or real deep detail, but I'm just going to run through it. I only have 3 things hooked up to mine. I got my fan, my fuel pump, and the ignition. It's pretty much, unless you're in a race car and you have like nitrous on-offs and stuff, it's a pretty good kit. It's actually a little overkill if you're just running a basic car, unless you do all the lights and everything through it. But alright, now in the car I made my own little bracket to mount it. I was going to put it where the radio is, but I eventually want a radio in here, so I just made a little bracket. I doubt you'll be able to see it. It's just this little metal bracket that it bolts to. Just bolted to the bottom of the dash. This is kind of how I have it. It's a little in the way for my knee, but as you can see, all your switches run fuel pump. That runs my fan. It sounds horrible. Comes with other, accessories. You can hook those up to whatever. They have these labeled as, you can run it just as a fuel pump or the electric fan, or you can run it with a water pump and an electric fan. I have my fans and stuff run off this little relay block back here in the back. This is just a copy of the Fab Forum guy. I can't think of his name right off, but I'll copy a link to this video so you can make this little setup that I did. But it comes with all the wiring's already on the back. It's color coded. You just follow your little sheet. It gives you the starter, tells you the color of the wire, what gauge it is, where it goes to. And if you come around here on the back, it will show you the amps of fuse to run in it. It's a pretty self-explanatory kit. Like I said, I have everything ran off of that relay block and power block in the back. Alright, now from inside the car, you'll run that wire all the way out here to this 30 amp fuse. Connected on both sides, you'll run your battery or main power. On this case, on Ford's, I just run it off the starter solenoid positive side. And you run it up here, and that will run power back to your main switch. Just make sure you put that cover on. Now what this will do, if you don't know, is if anything grounds out, it'll blow this fuse, or if it draws too much, it'll blow this fuse out first, which it's just safety. Alright, now the ignition box, you don't have to put a relay on it. You just run your power wire, I don't know which one, I think it's this one, straight from your switch on there, on your switch in the car. You'll run it. It's just a power wire. It doesn't, you ground it. The electric fan I do not have run off a relay in the car. The electric fan relay is out here as close as you can get it to the fan, because when this steps the power up, you don't want it running through a wire all the way out here. You can. They just recommend against it, because this, depending on the fan you have, if you have one of the double fans, they draw a lot, and it really can heat a wire up and get a fire quick. I've done that. So once you move them out here, I just have the one relay, one fan. Usually when you have a 2-fan electric fan, you'll have the 2 relays. You just run them off the same one wire, because it just turns these on. The power jumps up from these to that. So you just need the 12 volts to this. This will actually let it pull what it needs to pull through this off the battery, off a main power source, the battery or relay block or whatever you have over there. Now the fuel pump, I have it run off a relay that's under the dash on that little relay block. It's worked fine. It's just a Holley red pump, you know, the really loud ones. So it goes from the switch to that relay block, from the relay block to the pump. There's nothing in between it, because that little fuse block, or the little power block, has a fuse block built in it. So it's just like the one under your dash. It should pop if it draws too much back there to the pump. But it's that simple. You just run it to relay to the pump, on off, and you're golden. It's pretty simple. I mean, it's the easiest wiring kit that I've messed with. There's a lot of them out there that are, and they're not complicated, but they're just not, you have to do a lot more work to put it together. So the Painless kits, the ones that I've seen, and everybody swore by them, so that's why I bought it. But it all depends on what you need. They got smaller kits, they got bigger kits. They got them where you put them on the roll bar and the dash. I think they have one that actually goes down the roll bar. They have everything you need for it. So I'll put their website. Like I said, I'll put the fab for them. Other than that, it's about all it is. It just depends on what you're wiring. Like I said, I only have the ignition, fuel pump, and the electric fan, because that's all I need for this. Everything else I'm running through the dash, through the wiring harness, like the radio and lights and all that. So it's not a real good tour of it, but hopefully it helped you a little bit if you're looking to buy one of these and you're just thinking about it. You don't know which way to go. Painless would be the way to go if it's like a race car or a rod, because they make kits that do wiring. They'll do the headlights, turn signals, ignition, dash, everything. I mean, this is a simple kit. They've got them for just about any kind of classic car. Newer cars, probably not so much. But that's really all I got. I mean, it's the paper. It just tells you what to do, and it's not hard. And I'm not a wiring guru. I hate wiring on cars. Just hate it. Absolutely hate it. That's why I bought this. So I will hopefully have some more videos on this car, the Mont, and hopefully it'll be a little more complete next time. I'm going to show a little more of the interior work, clips, stuff like that. But hey, talk at you later.